Good afternoon, everybody. It's a friend Cheap Blues. How are you doing on this lovely and magical day? I hope you are doing quite well. We're going to talk about the new content. Normally, I let a little anticipation build, but honestly, I'm a little out of sorts today. I know. Interesting. Happy holidays to everybody who participate. Maybe you're out smoking a midi blunt in the car by yourself while your wife and children are inside cooking dinner, just having a blast. I wish that for you. I do. We got out of position 2 packs. Yay. I suppose these are diabolical. Truly. The cards that we're seeing in here, oh my god. So wow. Okay, so we got small forward, power forward, Robert Williams. Cool, I guess. We got point guard Joe Ingles. Oh yeah. Need more unathletic white guys at point guard, because that's what we've been clamoring for sure. Usman Dieng, point guard. Honestly, he's 6'10". This should be good. The card majority of people are afraid of, which is small forward shooting guard Ilgauskas. Sketch. Don't like that. Point guard Iguodala, who I think sneakily could be one of the better cards in the set. Similar to Luke Walton from the first out of position set. I actually think he might be right there. Shooting guard Anton Jameson, who could be really good also. Once again, center power forward Tracy McGrady, which is just disrespectful, but he's going to be a triple threat online and co-op demon. Straight up. Because this is basically going to be Dark Matter T-Mac, but he plays power forward. You know what I mean? Then we got power forward, small forward, Allen Iverson. Why? Don't know. Point guard, small forward, Hito Turkoglu. He's got like a volcano growing out of his back, which is kind of cool, And then we got regular Hito. Then we got center point guard Elgin Baylor, who could actually be a little bit better than people realize. Then we got point guard Ron Artest, point guard Jokic, and shooting guard Kevin Garnett. Anyone who watched my prediction video, I was 100% joking when I said shooting guard Kevin Garnett. I did not think they were actually going to put one out. I don't even want to claim that as like a prediction because I was 100% just joking. But I do find it absolutely hysterical that they put a shooting guard Garnett out here. That's so funny. So let's go left to right and just kind of talk about all the cards in general. So we'll start with Joe Ingles, 6'8", 6'10" wingspan. It's good size at the point guard. It's really annoying to kind of do these like preview videos for these cards nowadays because get out of here, Henry, because that 2K is just going to basically turn every card into like the same thing from a SIG's perspective. It's a lot more fun back in like season 3 where I'd be like, oh yeah, I think he has like John Morant dribble style and like blah 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 blah. I know every card's going to have MJ dribble style and like basically the same dribble moves. So when it comes to Joe Ingles, if I had to guess, MJ dribble style. Don't know if they're going to give him elite motion style. I would assume they do. Signature size up, I don't know. I'm going to go with Kobe escape. They're going to keep that. Giannis crossover, etc., etc. His tendencies will be the same, and they're really bad. Honestly, I don't know if Joe Ingles is going to be good or not. I would lean towards no. But realistically, who knows? Like, if you asked me if I thought Luke Walton was going to be like a top 5 point guard when he came out, I would have said, no. Absolutely not, is what I would have said. But, 2K this year, it's an enigma. You just don't really know what you're going to get. Robert Williams, 6'9", 7'1" wingspan at the small forward is actually really good. His release is solid. I really enjoy it on RV to Sabonis. So that's something that could translate really well. His upper sucks, though. I'm not a huge fan of his upper, so I think he's going to be very similar to Al Horford, where his jump shot, if you're able to consistently time it, he's going to be one of the best budget options in the game at the small forward. Like, he's going to play lockdown defense, 6'9", 7'1" wingspan. He's big, too. He's kind of lanky as well. I think he'll be solid. 99 shot contest, 80 block shot at the small forward is going to be just chef kiss. I was going to say Chef Boyardee. I don't think I've eaten Chef Boyardee in a very long time. Though, I don't know if anyone should be eating Chef Boyardee as a grown adult. I feel like that's just going to nuke your stomach, man. Either way, Robert Williams should be surprisingly good. He's somebody I'm actually looking to pick up tomorrow, surprisingly. Also, before you ask, because I've had a bunch of people be like, are you going to make a video talking about the Carlo situation? I would assume they're going to pay him the money. If they don't, that's messed up. But I would assume that they're going to pay him. I know Splash said it takes a while for them to actually wire it out. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that. So I don't feel like making a whole video about something I have no idea about. That's how I feel. Ousmane Dieng, 6'10", 7'2" wingspan at the point guard. Now the release, actually not so bad. If you've used Lamar Odom, like it's not half bad. Like it's really not. He's gonna move relatively well too, and he's gonna be a big body. I mean, the best way I can describe him, he's gonna be like a better shooting Alperen Sengun. Now he's a little bit smaller. Like yeah, they're both basically the same size, but Dieng looks a little bit smaller than Sengun does. But this is going to be one of those cards that I think a lot of people are going to gas. They're not going to gas it right now, but when he drops on the database tomorrow, people are going to be extremely stoked about him. I mark my words. I promise. And you know what? If you're looking for a rim running point guard, I mean, this might be your guy right here. It's going to be a lockdown defender too. Then we got shooting guard Ilgauskas. 7'3", 7'6" wingspan at the shooting guard or the small forward. I feel like most people are going to use him at the small forward so he can still get in the mix and rebounds. You know, that's what I would probably do with him personally, but am I a top player? No. So the jump shot, Kent Bazemore release. I actually like it. I know some people don't, but I think it just comes from using Ilgauskas for a while. I don't know who Garrison Matthews is, but that upper. I mean, Ilgauskas' shot isn't half bad. I think they do keep it, though. I don't think they juice his shot up. He will have Michael Jordan dribble style for sure, by the way. I'm going to predict, like, Sabonis levels of speed, so like a 79, something of that nature. Like, what's Sabonis got? Like, Hero Sabonis, whatever his speed is, that's what he's going to have. Yeah, 76. So somewhere between, like, 76 and, like, 84. Is what we're going to be looking at. But he's going to be an electric three-point shooter. He's going to be huge, obviously. I want to know what they do to his, like, actual stats, you know? Like, what's his perimeter defense going to be? What is his speed going to be? That's going to be the deciding factor. I mean, people are still going to cheese you. Like, for sure, you're definitely going to run into a sweat lord running Yao, Taco, Ilgauskas, and it's going to suck, dude. All right, let's look at the rest of them. So we got Iguodala. I couldn't be more excited about Iguodala, actually. Like, I'm not even kidding. I think he'll be so much better than people are realizing. Is he going to be the most meta point guard in the world? No, but I think he'll be good. Jameson is another really interesting one because I think, like, his size at the shooting guard could be really, really good. I mean, I don't really need to talk about Tracy McGrady, but I guess we'll just kind of, like, pull it up anyway. And Allen Iverson, who, honestly, dude, I'm not talking about Allen Iverson. He's a 6-foot small forward. I don't really think anybody cares. Let's talk about Elgin Baylor instead. All right, we'll start with Baylor. 6'5", 6'8" wingspan. It actually looks a little bit bigger than 6'5" in-game. He will not have the horrific Brook Lopez jump shot. At least I don't believe so, but who knows, because they did give it to Josh Smith. I'm assuming they change it, though. They could leave it. He's like a PD, right? They could very well just leave his jump shot and he could just be trash. I would guess they change it to what jump shot, I don't know. But I would assume they change it. If they do change it, he might be like a very, very good budget point guard, though. And it's cool to see Elgin Baylor get some love finally, man, you know? I wouldn't play him at center, but that's just me. Iguodala, though, 6'6", 6'11" wingspan. I like his release a lot. I actually kind of hope they don't change it. Just because the Iggy release, to me, is extremely easy to green. So having it on, like, very quick, I think will be really solid. Honestly, I kind of wish they'd keep his, motion style. Just because why not? Like, he was, like, the best defensive card in the game for a little bit. Why not just keep it? They'll change everything else, though. Probably change his motion style to elite, too. 94 pass intercept, 85 on ball, 85 contest. All really good stuff. Iggy might sneakily be one of the better cards in the set. So I'm excited for it. Anton Jameson, 6'8" with a 7'4" wingspan at the 2 guard, man. If they keep his release at Brook Lopez, he's going to be absolutely worthless. If they change it, I would guess that they change it to the same release that Karolinko got. That is my guess, like the O'Shea Brissett. If they don't, I could see him giving him like Seti Osman. Like, that would make sense. Is that what they gave Darius Miles? Because, like, typically all these guys kind of have, like, the same jump shot. Yeah, I could see Seti Osman. Honestly, I would be stoked. I like that jumper a lot. So, Anton Jameson should be fine, though. He's going to be an electric shooter, competent enough defender. I mean, the tendencies aren't great, but it is what it is. No point in even talking about dribble sigs, man. They're all going to be the same. Like, yeah, there's like small differences. Like, yeah, maybe somebody gets like Garland and somebody gets Kobe and someone gets Curry, but at the end of the day, it's the same. Then we got T-Mac. I actually think that power forward T-Mac is going to be very, very close to this one. I mean, he's an opal, so he'll have less. He'll have like 17 Hoff badges or whatever, but I think he has KPJ on quick. I think all of this is more than likely the same. I think everything is probably the same with him. It's just that he'll be playing power forward. So he's going to be like an affordable version of this T-Mac for like TTO and TTO co-op, which is cool, I guess. I mean, I just want a T-Mac that's affordable. That's it. This isn't exactly what I meant by that, you know. I don't even care. They could just put out an affordable T-Mac with Tracy McGrady's original jump shot, and I would be like kind of happy because at least I have like a T-Mac card on my team that I could reasonably afford. I would use it as long as he had the badge count to stack up with, like, you know, your players of today. So let's start looking at the other ones. Hedo Turkoglu. These are the big dogs, big guns. Ron Artest. I don't know why I said that. Honestly, kind of high right now. Ron Artest. Let's see. Jokic, who's, Jesus Christ, Jokic is going to be annoying. Let me just tell you that right now. And Garnett. Oh boy, oh boy. So, I guess we'll start with Jokic, I suppose. Jokic is quite interesting, man. 6'11", 7'3" wingspan. He's going to be so annoying. Do you guys remember 2K20 point guard? Jokic. Like, I don't remember that card being very good. But, I mean, he's got that Pascal release. Like, he's going to be able to move. And, honestly, I don't think there's going to be a better point guard in the game as far as just being a mismatch. Like, I don't. Because Jokic has the ability to shoot, too, unlike a Ben Simmons or, like, Şengün. So that's going to bring a whole new element into the mix. He's going to be ridiculous. Like, this card is going to suck to deal with. And he's going to be, like, a million MT. I can just feel it in my bones. Ron Artest, everything I said about Andre Iguodala, I feel like it's just going to go for Ron Artest. Like, they're basically the same. Like, he's just got the better release with the Markelle Fultz release. They'll probably put it up very quick, I would guess, or they might keep it exactly the same. I could also see them going and just straight up giving him, like, KPJ release or Jimmy release. I could see that. But Andre Iguodala is just going to be the budget version of Ron Artest. Like, they're essentially going to be the same card. Ron's going to have better SIGs, probably more badges for sure, and a better jump shot. But they're going to be basically the same card. At least that's how I look at it anyway. Hedo, 6'10", 6'11", wingspan. I'm assuming they changed his release. Like, I'm guessing he doesn't have Van Arsdale release. Probably gets the same release as Karolinko. Like, they'll probably give Jameson maybe the same release as Darius Miles. And they'll probably give Hedo the same release like the O'Shea, I would guess. Because, I mean, look at the guys who are up. Ferry, Zion, Nedelicki. These are all guys that typically have the same jump shot, I think. I don't know. They kind of switched it up this year, though. Because usually it's like Hedo, Lamar Odom, Darius Miles, Andre Karolinko, Jameson, Danny Manning. Like, those 6 guys typically have the same jump shot, but they've been giving them all different jumpers this year. So, hard to tell. He'll have a better jump shot. He'll kind of be poor defensively, but I think he'll be good at everything else. And is he going to return to the 2K19 or even 2K20 glory of Hedo Turkoglu? No. Is he going to be good? Yes. Garnett. 6'11", 7'2" wingspan at the shooting guard. I mean, come on. I mean, this card, dude. This card is already... I mean, he came out, what, January? Still so good. Still my bench power forward. So, I mean, this shooting guard version is he going to be the best shooting guard in the game? Not necessarily. I'm assuming. I mean, LaMelo on very quick. Still very good, you know. But is he going to be up there? Hell yeah, absolutely. So let's go take a look at the market and see what's changed. Now, the market is interesting. With the cards that are dropping tomorrow, it's always weird with the out-of-position ones. I mean, we're going to see a massive drop-off in pretty much every single point guard, which makes total sense. I feel bad for anyone that splurged on Penny Hardaway. Not like Penny's bad by any means. Penny's still fire. Like, don't get it twisted when it comes to Penny, right? He's not bad. It's just like, damn, it's like they dropped this Penny card and then they immediately drop Ron Artest. like, and then a Jokic, and then, you know, even to a certain extent, like Andre Iguodala and stuff. But I feel like the point guards in this set aren't quite an Hito even. So it's just kind of a bummer, but, you know, regardless, who is affected by these prices? Kawhi Leonard, for sure, right off the bat. The reason I say that is, like, Ron Artest. I know he's primary point guard, but he plays shooting guard. A lot of people are probably going to run him over, like, a Kawhi. Garnett, Ilgauskas, you know, just the positions he plays are about to get flooded. I mean, you could even look to guys like Anton Jameson to a certain extent, being like, damn, like Robert Williams, you know. Dwight, big men will not be affected. Just because there really is no big men in the set. Like, yeah, Robert Williams can play power forward, and Jokic he can play center, but come on, if you're getting a point guard Jokic, like, you're gonna run him at point guard. Let's be real. Like, Hito can play the small forward, which is cool. I've actually always preferred him at the small forward. That's just me, though. I mean, I don't think any of these guys really are affected in price. Like, let's look back to some older cards, maybe. So, actually, one card that's going up in price tomorrow, I promise, is going to be Jonathan Bender. Now, hear me out. The reason I say that, a lot of people are going to get rid of Jonathan Bender right now. The reason being is Garnett, Ilgauskas, right? But hear me out. It is so smart to pick up a Jonathan Bender because Ilgauskas is going to be taco price. Like, he's going to be like $300K guaranteed. Garnett's going to be unachievable for the average person, right? Who do you have that's going to guard these people? Only Jonathan Bender. Because Jonathan Bender is like 7 foot tall. So it's actually kind of smart to pick up a Jonathan Bender tonight while, you know, they're like $30K. Keep an eye out for ones that have badge additions. I feel like a lot of people are going to rebuy those cards. So something to think about, you know. Anyone else? I mean, no one cares that the high res set was so boring. Holy shit. Any of these original out of position guys? Yeah, Bill Russell. I mean, I feel like his price is going to go down, but maybe not yet. Jimmy, I still think is kind of safe. Like, I think Jimmy with his jump shot being able to neutralize people who paint sit pretty much exclusively is still going to be a little bit better than Ron Artest for a lot of people. But we'll see. Obviously, Taco ain't going anywhere. If anything, he's just going to keep getting more and more expensive as we don't get 7'6" power forwards, you know? Nah, no one else. Şengün, yeah, forgot all about him. His price is going way down. Straight in the pooper, dude. Out. The reason I say that, Ousmane Dieng is 6'10" even, you know? We got him, we got Jokic. Even Hito, you know, 6'10". So I feel like Şengün's price, being he has kind of a slower release and you can't really 3-hunt with him as well. You can definitely 3-hunt with Hito. At least you should, in theory, be able to. Ousmane Dieng is probably the most similar to Şengün or like Ben Simmons. Obviously, another person that's going to go down quite a bit is Ben Simmons. We'll see how much he actually goes down, but, you know, keep an eye on him for sure. That would be my recommendation. I forgot about these bracket buster cards. Honestly, forgot they existed. There's like none left, so whatever. All these cards will probably go down in some capacity, but I mean, I feel like we touched on the ones that are really likely to go down. Like, T-Mac's not going to go down because there's another T-Mac. Like, it's a power forward. It's fine. D-Rob probably goes down. I mean, I just don't think anyone really cares about this card right now, but we'll see. If I had to rank the cards that are coming out tomorrow, from most overpowered to least, I would rank it as such. I think Jokic is going to be the most overpowered card tomorrow because he's essentially like Şengün or Ben Simmons that can 3-hunt, right? I think that's probably accurate. Number 2, you can make the case for either one of these two, honestly. Ilgauskas is number 2 or number 1. It doesn't really matter. 7'3", but I think he's just going to be a shade slow. But he's still 7'3" and plays the shooting guard at the small forward. So, you know. And then Garnett. Garnett's probably number 3. He's probably the 3rd best card tomorrow. Then I would say, honestly, I'm going to go wild card and say Hito. I think Hito is going to be a lot better than people realize. Then Ron Artest. Then I'm going to say Ousmane Dieng because he's huge. Then I'll probably say Robert Williams. I actually think Robert Williams will be a little bit better than people realize. Now into the kind of meh area. I'm going to say Iguodala, then I'm going to say Jameson, then I'm going to say Joe Ingles, and then I'm going to say Baylor, and then I'm going to say Allen Iverson and T-Mac. But T-Mac will be really, really good for triple threat. Like, triple threat purposes or co-op purposes, it's going to be really good. It's going to be a budget version of Radiant. So, As always, it's been your boy Cheap Loots. I'm gonna go hang out with some friends, do a little 420 stuff, do some, childish behaviors. So, hey, I hope you have fun tonight. If you're going anywhere, be safe. Do not drive impaired. I know I'm not trying to do after school special stuff, but never drive impaired, dog.